5 things that you need to build a strong foundation for your health as you run in the sand or not. Number 1, sleep. You need sleep. Your body needs sleep. It's restorative. And you need to wake up refreshed. Sleep that you wake up tired means there's something off in your foundation. We've got to put those pieces back together. Nobody can tell you how much sleep you need. I can tell you if you're in perimenopause or menopause, you need more sleep than you used to. And you simply have to adjust your life to make sure that that's happening. So sleep is imperative for creating a strong foundation of health. Number 2, and not in any order whatsoever, water. You need to be hydrated. And again, nobody can tell you how much water you need. If you've heard, take your body weight and divide it in half, that's crap. That's absolute crap. That is crap. Only you can determine how much water you need. And it's determined by a lot of things. By how much you move, by your stress levels, by the strength of your adrenals, your thyroid function, how much you work out, how much you sweat. Yeah, nobody can tell you how much water you need. You'll know when your body's hydrated, and you need to play around with it. So sometimes we can hop online and want to have someone tell us the answer, but that's handing our responsibility over. You got to put some work in it. And you've got tracking, I think, is one of the simplest ways to figure it out and track. When I drink this much, how do I feel? When I drink this much, how do I feel? So making sure that you're getting enough hydration. Let's see, we did sleep, we did hydration. Let's do movement. Movement is so, there, I wasn't on comments. Good morning. Movement is so important. Now, again, we're taking our power back, people. Nobody can tell you what kind of movement. I am a fan of walking for insulin resistance. I'm also a fan of rebounding for lymph and hormone management. I've picked up this new love of jump roping. I have a little jump rope pad outside, and I love weights and I love Pilates. Those are the things that really work well for me. You might be a gym person. I detest gyms. I don't like them. They're not a good fit for me. And so what works for me may not work for you. I'm in puddles of water again. You need to find out, and you can't figure it out until you've tried some different things. And here's the important thing, write this one down. You can't figure it out until you've had some failure, things that don't work. But then, if it leads you to what does work, is it really a failure? Huh. Oh my goodness, is it a failure if it leads you to what does work? I don't think so. But sometimes we quit because we, quote, failed, when in actuality, we were one step away from the win. So, movement. We've talked about sunshine. Sunshine, you need sunshine. Our bodies are not meant to live inside 98, 95, 90% of the day. Now, you need sunshine appropriate to your body, your skin type, and your altitude. Nobody can call that for you either. For somebody to say, you need this much time in the sun. Depends. Totally depends. Also depends on how you're eating. because the foods you pop in your mouth and eat determine and dictate how your body can manage the sun. The more sugar and inflammatory oils you eat, the less you can get of that sun and be healthy and create health. Sunshine, morning sunshine, evening sunshine, if appropriate for you, afternoon sunshine. For me, the afternoon, the midday, we'll call it midday sunshine, is the most energizing sunshine that I experience. Like, it is my recharge button. So I used to hit that slump in the afternoon, where it's just like, oh, I started craving things. I'd want a snack. My brain didn't work as efficiently. I was tired. I don't get that anymore because I use sunshine to re-energize my body. Now, that's appropriate for me because of how I eat, and I know my skin type, and I know how much is appropriate for my health. It is my recharge in the middle of the day. It's restorative in the morning and at night. So sunshine is crucial. So let's see. We covered movement, we covered sleep, we covered water. Let's cover, magnesium. Your body needs magnesium. It's like trying to drive a car without spark plugs. Magnesium is crucial to turning things on and getting them moving. So, for example, we've talked a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, about mitochondria function. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell that fuel ATP energy. The better mitochondrial function you have, your cells turnover, energy, healing, your innate immune system turns on. Those mitochondria need magnesium for 56 different things. Those little teeny tiny mitochondria need magnesium for 56 different things. And if they don't have enough, it doesn't happen, which means at the cellular level, you're not working. Now, does magnesium solve everything? Heck no. But does it start everything? Heck yes, it does. And I'm not talking oral synthetic magnesium. I am talking about getting to cell saturation. And when I say magnesium, getting to cell saturation, for me, it means so much more than just soaking. It's a magnesium mindset. It's about recognizing how important that first mineral is and recognizing how powerful you are to hold that magnesium in your body, changing the way you think, changing the way you eat, changing the way you move. It's more to me than just soaking in magnesium. It's about taking your power back. So, a magnesium mindset. So we talked about movement, we talked about hydration, we talked about sleep, we talked about sunshine, we talked about a magnesium mindset. Now, that's a lot of things. That's a lot of things. And we didn't even get into food. But here's what I found. So many of us spend so much time. If I added up the time I spent chasing down the perfect diet, oh, what a waste of time. When you get those things into place, the food starts to change naturally on its own instead of you forcing it. Oh, Sherry, I love that. So I have never played pickleball. I want to know, have you played pickleball? Sherry loves pickleball. And we had like a whole pickleball thing planned. And then COVID happened and it got canceled. And I didn't go back to Utah to learn how to play pickleball because I have never played it before. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can be like, oh my gosh, 5 things? 5 things? That's so much work. I'll never get that done. Oh, with that attitude, you won't. Except with love in my heart. You won't with that attitude. You won't. And if you're holding shame and guilt toward your body, how it looks, what it looks like, it's hard to take care of something you're being mean to. It's really hard. And I want it to be easier for you. I want it to be easier for me. And so making sure that you're coming from a place of love for this beautifully crafted machine that you have responsibility for, and keeping it fine-tuned and updated. Coming from a place of love. If you're coming from a place of punishment, it will be hard. If you're coming from a place of control and trying to control, you want to look this specific way, I've noticed it's much harder for women. If you're coming from a place of love, that's what makes it easier. Loving on your body. So I want to share with you one of the things that I've done on my journey to embrace my body, how it is right now. Because sometimes we can be thinking, well, and we don't really think it, but it's what we're doing. And it's embracing our body when we get it to be exactly what we want it to be, perfect. And that never happens. Getting water in my shoes. I got to move up the beach a bit. And so one of the things that I've done on my journey, because many of us were raised by moms and they did their best. They absolutely did their best. And we were raised by moms that skinny was everything. I've seen a lot of skinny, unhealthy people. Now, there is a balance. Ooh, this is kind of trigger talk for some people. So if it's not a good fit for you, just get off the live. I don't want to trigger you. I want to push you out of your comfort zone, but I don't want to trigger you. So there is a balance that comes with your weight and storing toxins. But people who are skinny have a disadvantage when they're unhealthy because the toxins go to the neurons and damage neurons. Where a person who has a little bit of extra weight, the toxins go to their fat and are stored in their fat. And so we need that understanding. And once you have that understanding, if you do have a little bit of extra, like, have gratitude for it. Oh my gosh, thank you for protecting my neurons. And if you don't have that little bit of extra, I hope that you are motivated to really step up and say, okay, I'm taking care of my neurons. Like, I don't want damage in my neurons. So I'm choosing to create time. I'm capable of seeing moments that I can create better health. And so loving yourself is crucial to that. And I have not, and I do not always experience that. Those negative thoughts will still come up. But here's one of the things that I've done to override it. It's kind of dorky, but it's worked for me. I don't know if it'll work for you. And that is, in the morning when I wake up, one of the first things that I do is I touch some area of my body. My feet, my ankles, my hands, my arms, my legs, my knees, my tummy, my neck, whatever area. And I just put my hand there. So let's say it's my neck. How grateful and why I'm grateful for my neck. And I can't believe I'm sharing this. Oh my gosh. I tell my neck, I'm really grateful for you, neck. Because of you, I can turn different ways. And because of that, I can see grandbabies running to me from all sorts of angles with my eyes. And I hold it on that part of my body and I say it out loud, and I really create that emotion of gratitude for that part of my body. Now, for me, I've talked about this a lot, and I usually don't, but anyway, for me, that really started about 7 years ago as we realized that my husband would probably need to have amputation because of he was not born with enough veins in his body. And so there was no blood. Blood nourishes your body. And he wasn't getting enough blood to his body. And so I really started thinking about, gosh, have I ever had gratitude for my blood? That my blood takes oxygen and nutrients all over my body, to my hands, to my feet, to my head, everywhere. And it really started there for me, like a deeper, like I'd done things before. And there's lots of different tools and exercises that we can do to increase that relationship with your body. But that for me was a real turning point. And it just became so easy to create this deep sense of gratitude for different parts of my body. And as what I do is I touch it, I talk it, I hear it, and I create it. Because when you're coming from a place of control, trying to control what your body looks like, trying to control how it acts, it makes help a lot harder. When you're coming from a place of love to lift and support your body and step into its potential, that's a whole different experience. Oh, Sherry says, I'm learning to love my body where it's at and feel gratitude. Oh, thanks, Tim. That's very sweet of you, Sherry. Yeah, it takes, I think it's much easier to create help when you're hanging out with other women. So here's what's going to happen. For those of you on that texting list, you're going to get one text. I am not a business or company that sends out like 5 reminder texts to make sure you get it and to convince you of something. I'm opening up Course 7. It's not open all the time, and there will only be 40 spots. So you might ask, Kristen, why 40 spots? Simple. I want to know everyone in Course 7. And is what I've done to my schedule, and what Jelly has helped me do, is I have 40 spots for a one-on-one get to know you appointment. And that way I know you. I know where you're coming from. We talk, you tell me what you're focused on, and we get to know each other. Because healthy women are connected, and I want to be connected to you. I don't want Course 7 to be these faceless people that I don't know. And so I will send out one text when it's open. If it's a good fit for you, lean in and take action. If it's not, ignore the text or hop off the list. Now, what is Course 7? It's a living, breathing program. It's not a recorded program that you hop on and it stays the same all the time. It's not that. It is a monthly call that's recorded so that if you can't make the monthly call live, you can watch the recording. It's a book review or two every month. It's a 10% off discount code whenever you shop at Living the Good Life. And sometimes that discount code counts for sales. We invite you to pre-sales. Sometimes we do group buys, and those are only open, 98% of the time, those are only open to Course 7 women. It's not a good fit for you if your only focus in life is losing 10 pounds. It's not a good fit. If you love learning and you love putting it in context of how that works for your body, you will love Course 7. The cost is $25 a month. I've done everything I know how to do to make that cost incredibly doable, and you can cancel anytime. So let's say you join it and you're like, this isn't a good fit for me, and it may not be. Then you cancel and you're out. You don't have to pay another $25. Now, the day you cancel is the day you lose access to everything. On our monthly call, we have a specific topic that we focus on. We have 5-day challenges. The first part of Course 7 in the basics is rebalancing your minerals and getting those minerals rebalanced, because any disease comes down to an iron issue, and iron hanging out in the wrong place in your body. So we're just focused on moving that and picking up our iron stores and creating health. It's not created overnight. It's a group that is intentionally set for what I call lifers. And the more you're in it and the more you participate, the more I'm able to help you. So for example, every quarter we do an EFT class. And when we do that EFT class, it's just a way to relieve stress. The more people have interacted throughout the calls, the more insight I have to help you if you hit a stuck place. So it's a choose your own depth, I guess, program. If you want to be a silent participator and just do your own thing and not be as connected, great, do it. If you enjoy getting feedback and guidance and accountability, lean in and participate at a different level. We also have a Q&A session where you can enter a question and I will give you my thoughts and insights on that question on a recorded call, or a live call that is recorded and put up for you to watch. Everything, all of those recordings are in the portal for a year. So I believe in fresh starts, and I believe in staying current on health. And so at the end of the year, all of those recordings are taken down and we start fresh with a new, renewed focus and a clean slate. I love Course 7. It is the heart of everything that I do at Living the Good Life Naturally. Now, sometimes, not always, depends on the needs of my family, but sometimes I offer a more in-depth program on top of Course 7. That's only offered to those women in Course 7 because they know how I work. They know the process of how my brain functions and expectations and boundaries. So for example, sometimes, guess what I've done? I've hurt people's feelings. Not intentionally at all. Maybe I saw something, that might be perfectionism. And it's always put out with, I'm laying this at your feet, you evaluate it. Sometimes it's really spot on and you haven't seen it and it might trigger you. And sometimes that's happened. And I want women in my deeper dive programs, like I have one right now on building innate immune. And I want those women understanding, my gosh, if I've done something, come to me. Let me explain where I was coming from. And if I need to, let me take accountability. I didn't mean ever to hurt anyone. That's not how I'm wired. It's not who I am. And I want to be the best version of me. And so to even get into those deeper programs, you have to be a current member of Course 7. So I've been in a program very similar to Core 7 personally, that I've been in, oh my gosh, since we lived in Hyde Park where the business started. So I don't even know how many years, a long time, years and years and years. And it helps hold me to accountability during the holiday times. It helps remind me there are other women focused on the same thing I am. Just because I'm not indulging in every piece of fudge that comes my way, I don't have to feel left out. And that's what I want Core 7 to be. And then, so for example, right now, I'm focused on Core 7's Christmas gift. And usually I mail something in the mail to them and remind them and say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you're, wherever you're at on that belief. And this year I opted to do one-on-one appointments for everyone. So everyone's been getting one-on-one appointments that I start out and I say Merry Christmas. And I had to start now to fit everybody in. So that text will be going out. Now, here's the thing. I do not know if all 40 spots will fill. I have no idea. We have had more interest in Core 7 and people waiting to get in than we ever have. But that does not mean that they will take action on that and do it. So I don't want you to feel like that's a pressure, like, oh my gosh, because we might not add 40 people. We might add 5 people. We might add 20. I just don't know. I never know. The reason for the limited space is I am very consciously building that program for people who are invested in their long-term health. And I want to create a connection with them so that I can help them in a deeper way. When I know the good days, the bad days, what they're working on, I can sometimes put those puzzle pieces together. So if there are any members, oh, Sherry just said, I love the Core 7. I do too, Sherry, and the women in it. And Shelly's been a part of Core 7 for a long time, and so is Sherry. And it doesn't mean they show up every single month to that call live. Some people do. You literally create the level of interaction that you want. So for example, Sherry and Shelly, say that 10 times fast, Sherry, Shelly, they have both chosen to interact a lot on the calls. And so when they have a question that comes up in the Q&A, I can pull, it's like, I don't know, it gets put in this part of my brain. And when they have a question, I can pull all of those things and I can help them at a deeper level with their question. It's not a surface help, it's a deep dive help. Oh, thank you, Jean. Oh, Jean, we love having you in it. Jean is an old friend from Hyde Park, and on her screen, I don't know why it just stuck out in my head. It said iPhone Jean. So whenever I see Jean's name on the Zoom screen, I think of iPhone Jean. I love it. It makes me smile. So I would love, Sarah. Sarah. Sarah, I'm so glad that you said this. So I have a favorite time and day to do Core 7. But if I do it, no, didn't call you out at all. I don't know why that iPhone gene stuck in my head. So I have a favorite time and day, and I was doing it at my favorite time and day, not thinking about other people that might not be their favorite time of day or a time of day that they can be on the call live. And so is what I started doing is I rotate it every quarter. My brain thinks in quarters for my business. I think my accountant probably got me thinking that way. And so every quarter is a new time that we do it and a new day that we do it so that different people can join live. Like I know Sarah, and I've missed your face, Sarah, and Michelle. This has not been the current time that we have has not been a good time. So they utilize the recordings. And then the new quarter is coming up. A quarter's 3 months. A new quarter's coming up. And so the new time and day, and they're all posted. Shelly got me so organized that way. They're all posted in your online learning center when those are going to be. So that text will go out. Random question. Can I wear sunglasses on my walk and still get? No. There was a study done on sunglasses given to a tribal people that had never experienced currency in their life. They were still living very tribally, and I can't remember the time frame now, but it was a very short time frame that they got all those sunglasses that cancer went like this, up. So no, because that light is hitting your eye. That's why if you're like so sick you can't get out of bed, open that curtain and let that light shine on your face, because your eye will uptake those wavelengths and you'll start to set a stronger circadian rhythm. So yeah, absolutely not with sunglasses on. The only time I have the cutest sunglasses, I'm addicted to Caddis glasses. I love them. I love their philosophy of embracing aging. I just love the company. And so I do have a really cute pair of sunglasses, but I only wear them when I'm driving, and it would be detrimental to my driving to have the sun in my eyes. Is pretty much the only time I wear them, even though they're so cute. So let's go back to that Core 7. 40 slots will be open. We will limit it to 40 people. I feel like it's an incredible value for the $25. You have a quarterly Q&A. You have a quarterly EFT class. You have a monthly call. You have the 5-day challenges. I love those 5-day challenges to help remind you to take action. You have hopefully an email that inspires you and reconnects you back to your purpose that comes out once a month. So lots of different ways. Calls are recorded. You can cancel anytime. Coming in, we have a new system set up that I will meet with everyone that comes in. And so that's why it's limited to 40 people. We may not even have 40 people that come on the call. EFT is a tool. It's a tool that I absolutely love that helps to balance your subtle energy system. And it helps to relieve trauma, past trauma, and get you current and your body living in the future. It helps to heal vagus nerve. We've talked a lot about vagus nerve. It helps to connect your thoughts across that corpus callosum, the right and left brain. It helps to connect those so you have greater insights. It's a tool I absolutely love. It's a tool that is so simple to learn, yet it takes a lifetime to master. And so part of that call is to give you all that benefits, and part of that call is to teach you ways to apply it. So it's a multifaceted call, and I want your skill of using emotional freedom technique. I want it improving. It's something that most Core 7 members do daily for just 30-60 seconds to help rebalance that subtle energy. We start the call with some movement, and we end the call with accountability. And in the middle of the call, we learn, we laugh. Anyway, they're my favorite people on planet Earth, and I'd love you to be a part if it's a good fit for you. And that text will be going out to that group. Oh, Linda's in our Core 7 too, and has been for quite a while. That text will be going out in the next day or two, and it will go out one time. I'm not gonna send it out a bunch of times to remind people. I don't like doing that. I want women who take action in the group. And if you don't take action on that first time, then we've set a pattern that I'm constantly reminding you to take action. And that's not what Core 7 is about. That's me being a nag. And I don't want to wear that role. And so the text will be sent out one time. And if it's a good fit for you, take action on it. And then it will automatically, we've set up a lot of automations in the business so I can do more of what I love, which is this. And so it will automatically trigger an email coming to you and an appointment time for you to pick for that first appointment so we can really get to know each other and I can start to build your portfolio. I journal for everyone in Core 7 and because through journaling insights come of what we can do together to build a stronger foundation. And I can't journal for you if I don't know your name and your joys and your struggles and all that good kind of stuff. So enough of that. That will be going out only to those people who texted Good Life to 435-213-9048. So we talked about 5 areas to build a strong foundation. And if you haven't done any of those and you have the habit of always being in the future, that could feel very overwhelming. So I want to bring you back to the present, and I would love for you to choose one thing that you're going to take action on and share with me where you're going to focus, where the focus of your energy will be, whether it's sleep, hydration, movement, a magnesium mindset, any of those things. I have loved this Walk With Me series. We have till the end of the week. Winners will be announced today to those 5 people that I'm sharing magnesium with. And then we have one more day that we're doing that. And then that will be the last day of the Walk With Me series. And I've loved it. I've loved getting to know you. For those of you who have never left a comment, I've loved you being here. I hope one day that we can interact a little bit. For those of you that have left comments, thank you. I've loved getting to know you a little bit more. Oh, having gratitude for your body. I love that. Movement. So powerful. So powerful. That movement's crucial. Motion is lotion. I have that on one of my rotating things that I put on my mirror. I love rebounding. I love it with weights. It's super effective for bone density. Movement, says Linda. That's awesome. That's awesome. So if you're not on that list and you'd love to be invited to Core 7 to be a part of an amazing group of women that are imperfectly taking action, come and join us. It's $25 a month. You can cancel anytime. I've set it up to make it a no-brainer. Shelly's going to today. I'm doing something wrong, Jean, when I post those links and they don't show up correctly. So when I meet with Shelly, I'll say, Shelly, could you post those links again, please? It is on one of the past videos, but I'm not sure where. And so I will have Shelly repost those. All of team takes the weekend off. And so that we can recharge, renew, be with our families, and be outside doing those things we love. So when she hits the office today, that will be one of the first things that I ask her to help me with. I don't know what I'm not doing about the links. Oh my gosh, Sherry, you just reminded me. We have to come and do our breathing together. Let's do our breathing together. I'm going to turn around right here. And remember, sunrise, sunset. Sunrise, sunset. And today, let's just focus on, here's one of my favorite techniques for breathing. A really interesting study was done that when you imagine a flashlight moving through your body, over your body as you breathe, and your breath pushes the flashlight, it's been shown to increase the oxygen. So today, while you do your breathing for 1 minute, you and I together, I want you to imagine a flashlight moving your toes, your knees, your backside, your tummy, and just moving all through your body. And as you imagine that flashlight, your breath is pushing that flashlight. And when you breathe in, it's helping that flashlight go deeper into your body to oxygenate your organs. And studies have shown that when we do that, it increases our oxygen at a deeper level. So let's do some flashlight breathing for 1 minute together, you and I. Let's see, ready, go. Ah, how is that? Deeper levels of oxygen give you access to deeper versions of yourself. Oxygen is powerful, and oxygen moves better in a hydrated body, and in a body that's had movement, and in a body that's slept, and in a body that has magnesium. So, all of those pillars to build a strong foundation are crucial. I'm so excited to see you tomorrow. I'm clueless what the topic is, but I think it'll be fun. I hope it'll be worth your while. So come hang out with me tomorrow. My name's Kristen Bowen. I'm the founder of Living the Good Life Naturally. We have a lot of new people watching. I forget to introduce myself. I'm a magnesium advocate, and I am someone who has rebuilt her foundation after a total health crash with seizures and all sorts of tubes and stuff feeding me and packing it in and packing it out. And I've rebuilt my foundation, and I had to change some things in my life. And that's what the focus of Living the Good Life Naturally is helping women build a strong foundation so they can show up as the best version of themselves to those people around them that they love. See you tomorrow.